bought an H hook. It's an N hook. Oh, I'll just have to go back and buy an H. Hello, my name is Louise and welcome to Adventures with Yarn. This is my knitting and crochet YouTube channel in which I talk about the things that I knit and crochet. If you are a first-time viewer, welcome and thank you for taking the time to come and check me out. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. As always, you can find me on Instagram at Adventures with Yarn. You can find me on Facebook. There's an Adventures with Yarn group there. And you can find me on my website, adventureswithyarn.com, which is a free social media platform for the purposes of arts and crafts and making friends and all that good stuff. So, all right, I have some things to show you guys. I have some finished objects, I have some whips, I have some yarn, and I want to show you my Hook Nook haul. Very exciting stuff. I have life updates we'll share at the end. I will tell you that if you're already a subscriber, you know I've been going through IVF. I will tell you I am feeling especially hormonal, very, very hot, sweaty. And for that reason, I do have my window open here in my yarn barn room. So I do apologize if you get to hear any ambient noise, mostly kids running around the neighborhood, dogs barking, planes flying overhead, that kind of thing. Okay, so let's get on to the knitting. So last episode, I showed you guys my work in progress on my Leaf Me On socks. These are by Naomi of Fiber Frosing, and this is the pattern that I used for the fourth and final round in Sock Sanity. I did that because this pattern looks quite intimidating. It's probably the most complex of the four patterns that got chosen for Sock Sanity, but what's so awesome is that it's actually doable. Like once you actually just sit down and do it, it's not that hard, and it was just so satisfying to see everyone's progress on these. And like I said, especially since they looked so difficult, they looked so hard to do. That leaf motif looked especially intimidating, but it was not bad. Also, these are the first ever socks that I have knit from the toe up, so that was new and exciting and different. I had mixed feelings about knitting toe up. There were some good things and some bad things. Good things were that for the heel, I didn't have to pick up any stitches, which is always like my most dreaded part of knitting socks, cuff down. So that was nice. But I would say the downside, because I am still stuck on my 9-inch circulars, I prefer to knit socks that way. I don't like knitting socks on double pointed needles or magic loop method, that kind of thing. So when I knit toe up, I did start with double pointed needles until there was enough stitches to go onto my 9-inch circs. And that just got it got a little tedious having to do that. I mean, it wasn't bad. And the end product is awesome. I mean, these toes are just great. They fit great. So, yes, very lovely, lovely pattern. Loved it so much. The yarn here, we have the Bletchley sock set. This is the color Bletchley from Biff Sugar Yarns with this, you know, gold contrasting toe and cuff. This cuff, by the way, was super cool. If you can see the leaf motif on here, the cuff is actually knit sideways and then grafted. And then when I heard grafted, I got all scared. I'm like, what the heck is she asking me to do? Graft something? But grafting is actually just Kitchener stitch, which I'm used to doing at the end of my toes anyways when I do cuff down socks. So that was cool. That was something different and fun and cool. And we had a lot of fun. Awesome pair of socks. I would do it again. If you would like to make these socks, it is a free pattern online. And our lovely friend Vone of the Dare to Be Original podcast and Facebook group, she is making a YouTube tutorial video for these socks. So if you think it looks too complicated, too scary, I would check that out. And let me tell you, like I said, if you just sit down and actually do it and take it step by step, it is not that bad. And the socks are amazing and beautiful. Okay. So next I want to show you a pair of socks. I think I haven't even quite yet decided how much I'm going to show of them, but I do want to talk about them at least. Oh my gosh, my stuff here is all in a tangled mess. I don't even see where the sock is. Well, I'll talk about the yarn. So this is the colorway is called White. This is from Yarnacious. She is a lovely, lovely yarn dyer in Utah. I really like her things. She is very much into dinosaurs. Everything's very dino related. White is the last name of a certain paleontologist. So even though this color is not exactly white, it is. It's named White. And very, very pretty. It is a bit busier when it's actually knit up than I had thought it would be. I chose this yarn because I wanted like a deep pink yarn, because I wanted to contrast it with some Knit Picks blush, or Knit Picks Stroll in the colorway Blush. And I've been mulling around in my mind a sock pattern for a while. And I saw a certain pattern. It uses some knots in the pattern to make these bumps that kind of look like little rosebuds. And I really wanted to incorporate that into my pattern because this pattern is going to be in honor and memory of my sister who passed away last year, and her name was Emily Rose. And I think especially my dad was the one who would call her Rosebud a lot. So I think I'm gonna wait to show you the actual pattern of this sock, but I will show you just the back side, because it is kind of like a panel on the front side that has the detailed patterning. And so I'm just gonna wait to show that to you, but I will show you the back side, which is just, you know, stockinette, right? I think that's the name for it. But you can see here we have our blush and our color White and how those play off each other. If anything though, this yarn, like I said, it's a little bit busy. It's a little bit busy. And I feel like my pattern gets kind of lost in this. So I'm still just working the pattern and writing it out as I go, taking detailed notes so that I can ultimately print it and publish it would be the dream. And at that time, I'll either make it again. I will make it again. I am planning on making a couple pairs for my other sisters. And I think I'll use more solid colors so that the pattern really shines through. But I mean, also I could very well put this out for testers and see what colors they end up using and how it looks there. So there you have it. I have been working on this a lot, mostly at work on, I almost said my downtime at work. No, that's not a thing. On my breaks. On my breaks at work, breaks are a thing. And okay, I gotta show you this adorable stitch marker. This is from Charmed and Dangerous. It is a little piece of yellow cake basically, yeah, cake with, I hope that's showing, with white icing and kind of sparkly glitteries in the icing. Now I ordered that because of course I did, and I couldn't help myself. It is way too cute. But I did accidentally order twice because I wasn't sure if it had gone through or not. So I do have a second one of these stitch markers, and I am trying to figure out how I want to give it away. I want to give it away. I just need to figure out, should we do like another sort of knit along? Should I do just like a quick and easy like Instagram giveaway? I don't know, but I would love to hear your comments. Something else I have to give away that could just lead us on into our next topic here. I have some yarn donated to me by Ashley of the Little Black Cat podcast. And so make sure I got that. Yeah, Little Black Cat Knits podcast. So she's on Instagram at Gaddy Yarn Co. She has her yarn that you can buy on Etsy at Gaddy Yarn Co. Instagram, I always said that, and YouTube, Little Black Cat Knits. So she reached out to me and donated some yarn. Thank you, Ashley. So I'll show you first the yarn that I'm gonna keep for myself. And oh, I meant to Google this. So here's the yarn, and the colorway is called Osgiliath. Osgiliath. I don't know what that means or what that is, but I bet it's something cool. So we have this super pretty gray tonal yarn. Super, super pretty, super soft. It is a 75/25 superwash merino nylon in fingering weight. Awesome. I'm excited to use this. And the other skein she sent me, I am willing to add to a giveaway prize with that Charmed and Dangerous stitch marker. This one's fun. Look at this. This is called the Shire. How much fun is that? Look at that. Whoa. So much fun. Just like the other one, 75/25 superwash merino nylon. It is fingering weight sock. This is going to make a super fun sock. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I just need to figure out what sort of giveaway I want to do. But as a gift to us from Ashley, she has decided to give a coupon. Let's see here. A coupon code for our subscribers here at Adventures with Yarn for 10% off. Starting, I think it's the whole month of May. So any purchases throughout the month of May, just use the code May10 for 10% off. All right. Thanks, Ashley. So awesome. Make sure to check her out. Check out her podcast. Check out her yarn shop on Etsy. And make sure to use that coupon code May10. So May, M-A-Y, 10, 1, 0. I'll put that on the screen here. Okay, so fun. So we got that. I want to show you my next project that I've been working on. I definitely have no right to be starting any more projects. I have enough whips going on, that is for sure, but I wanted to skein up some more yarn and start a Stephen West shawl. So, oh my gosh, everything is so tangled over here. Oh my gosh, okay. So I will show you what I have started. This is what I have so far on the Stephen West Slipstravaganza shawl. There's the back. That's the back side. Blech. So I definitely think you can get a bit more of a feel if I had more of it done, but you can definitely see where this first part is going. So basically I don't even know which is the top or the bottom. I don't even know, but I'm just gonna kind of go with it. I'm just gonna use, I mean, you know, I'm definitely late to the party when it comes to the Slipstravaganza make along. As that was a mystery shawl make along, but I'm just gonna, and I've seen pictures of it too. I've actually seen Lexi Knits podcast make a couple of these, and I just knew that they are gorgeous. A lot of different texture stuff going on, and definitely this kind of honeycomb stuff going on the top. And you can just kind of see how that is starting out, that this is got the honeycomb stuff going on, and with this texture up top and the little stripes in there. This is a 4-color shawl, and I will show you the colors that I'm using. So my main color was actually given to me by a friend a couple weeks ago, and this is I believe it is called Atomic Raspberry by our very own Lynn of Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. So I have 2 of these, and this is the main color. It's so yummy. It's a yummy, yummy pink. You guys know what I think about pink. So we have that. We have another yarn by Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. This is the colorway Wild Card, which is especially special to me because Lynn asked me about my favorite colors and my favorite show, and she took that information and made this and titled it Wild Card, inspired by the show Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which always makes me laugh. So we got that, and then I have this lovely teal. Not gonna lie, I did take advantage of this shawl needing a solid color to go out and buy this. This is the color called Mineral from Driftwood Yarn and Candle. And I've heard Tabitha of Murder Knits talk about them a lot, so I wanted to give them a try, and I saw this yummy solid, and I just thought that is going to look really good with my other pink yarns, and that's what I need to make the shawl. And then the last color actually doesn't have a title. So I got this yarn at a fiber festival, and it is dark and has a few other little colors in there, but mostly very dark. This is a silk, let's see what all is in this. 60% superwash merino wool, 20% silk, 20% yak blend. So yeah, very cool, very special. I felt that it might be a little too delicate to be used on its own for socks, so I'm glad that we have found a place for it in a shawl. The brand is called Island Fibers, and they are from Washington. So when Stephen West talks about making this shawl, you have your main colorway, and then you have the 3 contrasting colors. And especially for the first part, he tells you you want your first 2 contrasting colors to really like be whichever colors you like the most together, or whichever colors like contrast the most, because the remaining contrasting color is going to be like the star. And so of course I needed Wild Card to be my star, and so that is why the first 2 contrasting colors are these 2, which are framed by our main color in the first section of the shawl, you can see. So yeah, I wish I had more progress to show you on this, but I did just start it recently because I've been working on the rosebud socks. So there you have it. That is what I have been knitting on lately. And now I want to show you my Hook Nook haul. So if you are unfamiliar with the Hook Nook, Jessica, who is the Hook Nook, she is on Instagram, and she just has the most adorable Instagram feed. She has amazing products. She's made products. She crochets, and so she has her own line of like crochet hooks. She's got like a loom, buttons, all kinds of stuff. She has made several crochet patterns. She has her own yarn, and she has a book. I'll show that to you. Okay, so basically, maybe I should show you first. So this is Jessica of the Hook Nook. And she actually was able to open up her own shop, her own brick and mortar shop here in Oregon, here in the town that I live in. So of course I had to go to her grand opening last week. It was so much fun. I got there early. I didn't know how packed it was going to be. I wanted to be one of the first people to go because the first 50 people also got a goodie bag. And I was just really excited and stoked. I actually got there pretty early. I got there like an hour early, and no one else was there. So I just stood outside the door ready to be the first person. I was actually there early enough that she pulled up herself, and I got to say hi to her. And she actually even made an Instagram post about being excited for the shop to open, and that there was even someone already waiting outside, which is so funny because as I'm standing outside waiting, my husband's like in the car, and he texts me a screenshot of her Instagram post mentioning that there's someone outside. He like circled it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's me, I'm outside. So that was cool. But more people came, more people got in line. So it was definitely worth it to be the very first official customer in the door. And I got to make friends with the next person in line. We just kind of got to gush about yarn and the Hook Nook and talk about what we were going to buy and what kind of projects we were working on. And that was really cool. So let me show you some of the stuff. This book, Making with Meaning, More Than 20 Meditative and Creative Crochet Projects. This is so cool. I honestly thought that I was buying a pattern book, but already it is more than that. I would highly suggest anyone else that wants to go and buy this book, do so. But really, like, she just talks about how her crochet time is a great time for her to meditate and think about life, and, just let her hands, the muscle memory, take over so that her mind can process and think about things. And she talks about, intentionality, forgiveness, the meaning in what you're doing. And is really touching already, and not what I expected, but very, very pleasant surprise and a great buy. And I did have her sign it for me, so that was cool. So I got that book from her. I also bought something I had been eyeing of hers online but had never bought was a yarn passport book. So here we go. It says, like yarn, I like yarn and I cannot lie. Not with a K-N. So you have this book here, and I haven't used it yet, so I wanted to show you guys. But open this up, and you've got, basically you have these pages here that have little positions, little spaces to attach a little bit of yarn, and then you can write the yarn, write your notes, like what project you used it with and the color of it and what it's made of, so that you can have this, this documentation of your yarn journey and the yarns that you use. And she has other folder separators here so you can, you know, put like your projects or whatever you want to put in here. Notes. Here's some photos that you can put your project photo in with notes. There's graph paper in the back. Really great for, you know, pattern creating. So lots and lots of fun there. And let's see, of course, I had to buy one of her hooks. So, did I seriously got an N hook? I thought I bought an H hook. It's an N hook. Oh, I'll just have to go back and buy an H. Honestly, the hooks were all so cute. If you can see, it's kind of this clear. I guess I could take it out. It's this kind of clear plastic. Well, I don't know if it's plastic. I assume it looks. What? I don't know what material it is. But it's clear and pretty. There's different colors, different sizes. I'm not gonna get into this right now. I liked all the hooks. They were all really pretty, and I thought to myself, oh, I'll just buy the most commonly used hook that I use, which is an H hook, but apparently I grabbed an N hook. So what can you do? What can you do? Guess I'll just have to go back. I bought some of her actual yarn. So here we have her yarn in her yummy yarn. Very soft, very squishy. I don't know if you can see the sparkles, the bits of gold in here, but this colorway is called Latte Art. And I'm really excited to use this. Super squishy, super pretty. And I bought another skein of yarn from her. I also cannot pass up this. It is also her yummy yarn, but this colorway is called Olive You. Very, very pretty. Very nice, modern, brown-ish, gold-ish. I'm not quite exactly sure what I'm going to make with this. Probably a hat. Crocheted hats. Can't go wrong. What else? Give me a second. Okay, so what I had been eyeing of hers, she has these super cute skein savers. So these, I haven't opened them yet, but these, you take them out, you basically wrap them around your yarn balls so that they don't get tangled, which is probably what I could benefit from these over here. Let me tell you, I put my projects over here, and this week, that Slipstravaganza shawl, it's got, the colors are all still attached to it and just getting tangled all over the place. So you can put these on your balls of yarn so they don't get tangled up. And so we have that. And I got these colors also. And I felt her prices were pretty reasonable too. So I got some pins of hers. This says crochet is cool. It says yarn addict, and I'm hooked on you. So that's there. We have some labels. These look like leather labels that you can hand sew onto your projects that say things like, I'm hooked on you, one of a kind and took for freaking ever, and the last one says handcrafted for less than minimum wage. So we got those. I got these other labels that are just straight up gold hearts, so that'll be fun to sew those onto something, probably a hat to have that on the side. I think that would look super cute. I had to I had to buy a pin because I was there, and I do collect these types of pins and put them on one of my project, or one of my tote bag, my canvas bag carrier. Hope you can see that. It says the Hook Nook. So we got that there. Sticker that says I'm hooked, and another sticker that says the Hook Nook. Super, super cute stuff. So, because I was one of the first 50 people, I got a goodie bag. And this is a lot more than I was expecting. I was expecting like a couple little knickknacks. Okay, but can we just take a minute to appreciate? In this gift bag came not one, but 2 laminated patterns. Wow, was not expecting that. Very, very pleasant surprise. This is the Turning Point triangle scarf. And, oh, I thought it was 2 patterns. Maybe it's just the 1 pattern over 2 pages. I guess it is. Well, that's awesome though. So cool. So we have a pattern, a laminated pattern over 2 sheets of paper. And some pom-pom skein savers. So just like those other skein savers, except these ones are pom-poms. So much fun. I won't have any excuse for leaving balls of yarn just, you know, willy-nilly. In the goodie bag came a nice little tea bag, as well as some stickers and the pin. So because I did buy that pin already, I was thinking that I would add this to my little giveaway collection with the yarn and the stitch marker. So we got a nice little collection here. And the last sticker I have is the Hook Nook Fiber Arts sticker there. So I got lots of cool stickers, the pins, the patterns, the yarn, all kind of stuff, great stuff. Whew. Like some just flew around there. Okay, so life updates. Not gonna lie, was almost not feeling up for filming today because I have kind of just been hormonal and things are really, really up and down. But the exciting thing is that in 3 days, today's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days. In 3 days, I'm sorry. In 3 days, I'm gonna get to do an embryo transfer. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting so long for this time. So if you've been watching my other podcast, you know I'm in the middle of IVF. We did an egg retrieval. We were able to get 3 frozen embryos that are healthy and genetically intact. And so on Tuesday, they are going to transfer one of those frozen embryos into me. And with the hope of me becoming pregnant, with it implanting successfully and me becoming pregnant. So gearing up for that, I have been on pills and shots. And as of a couple days ago, so for the week leading up to it, I have to take these intramuscular shots, these great big old needles, and they go in your backside. And I had to train my husband to do it. And I will tell you, he was freaked out at first. He was not having it. He was just like, oh, can't we get your nursing friends to do this for you? And I was just like, we have to do this every night for a week. Like, I can't just have my coworkers do it all the time. And I was even considering doing it at work because I work into the evenings. But apparently, because you have to do this shot, which is a big old shot into big old muscle every night, people get really sore. And so there's like a whole methodology about icing it and applying heat and massaging it just so you don't get sore. So a whole rigmarole. And so I was like, no, we need to do this. We can do it. I can teach you. I can train you. So I did. I brought him home an apricot and let him play with a needle and syringe. I had extras. and practiced stabbing the apricot, and he actually got pretty good and comfortable with giving me my shots. And so he is now giving me 3 shots, and he will be giving me 3 more tonight and the next 2 nights before the day of the embryo transfer. So I think I definitely have felt hormonal in the past, and I think it's just really gearing up now. Like other side effects, getting hot at work, tenderness, moodiness has been there, comes and goes. So, but you know, it's all worth it for the chance to get to have a baby of our own. It's very, very exciting. Since we did opt to genetically test these embryos, we know that they are viable, but that is to say, who knows if they actually will be viable, but they should be. The body should not reject them for not being chromosomally complete. So they are complete and intact chromosomally. That being said, my doctor gives me about a 65% chance of success. And also because we know that they are intact chromosomally, they will only transfer 1 at a time, so they don't have to risk multiple births in the case of one not implanting, the other maybe implanting. They feel that they know that they each should, so we only do 1. But also, because they have been genetically tested, if we wanted to, we could know the sex, and if we wanted to, we could even pick the sex. I did not want to pick the sex, so we told my doctor to have her choose the one that she thought would be the healthiest embryo. And so at my last appointment, they measured my endometrial lining thickness, determined it was good to go, and she told me, I was afraid she was going to tell me the sex of the embryo, but what she told me, she said, it looks like it's embryo number 3 that we are going to be transferring. So yes, embryo number 3 of 3 is going to be transferred into me Tuesday afternoon. Oh my gosh. So I'll try my best to put updates on Instagram and adventureswithyarn.com. It's very, very exciting stuff. I'll be laying low, get to take a few days off of work after that process. And yeah, and then a week after the transfer, I'll do a blood draw and we will know if it implanted and if I'm pregnant. So yeah, stay tuned, stick around, and I'll let you know more. All right, thank you so much for taking the time to come and listen, especially if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like what you see, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you haven't already, come check out adventureswithyarn.com. We are in the process of some really fun stuff going on over there. Unfortunately, Sock Sanity just finished, but there are still other things to do, friends to make, and projects to share. All right, guys, I hope that you all enjoy your day and what you're doing and what you're crafting on, and love those around you. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.